Hi everyone, Steph here. Welcome back to Tiny Finds Treasures. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking you around my house because it's now after Christmas. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a good start to a happy Hanukkah. And now I want to take you and show you some of the vintage and thrifted things in my home that make our Christmas special. Because now is the time to go out and search for Christmas things. Thrifted Christmas, vintage Christmas, estate sale Christmas. It's gonna be out and it's gonna be probably decently discounted. So let the shopping begin. Come along and let me show you some of my Christmas treasures.
Let's start with ornaments. My very first Christmas ornament from 1989 right there. Felt ornaments I think are so homey. I got this one at an estate sale this summer. And Nutcrackers. I have grown to love decorating with Nutcrackers. I got a whole set of these vintage Nutcracker ornaments. I found a box of about 10 to 12 of them at another estate sale this summer, and I love what they bring to my tree. B for my son's name, not vintage, but I still love it.
I also like to put some Judaica things on our Christmas tree because we do celebrate both in our house. And so I think it's really special to have both represented on our tree as well. Who else was an 89 baby and had bubble lights on their Christmas tree growing up? Because I was, and I've always wanted them on my own. So I got several packs actually. I'm not sure if they're all 100% vintage, but at least they work and they remind me of my childhood. I actually just put them around the bottom of my tree. I saw someone puts them all the way up, which I never thought about that. I guess I could do that, but I think I do just the bottom because that's what we did when I was a kid. And I love it, love it, love it. This felt Christmas tree skirt is one of my favorite vintage things that I own. I got it, I believe 2 years ago at a vintage fair in Evanston. It was over $100. She worked with me a little bit though, but it's just stunning. It is my favorite part. I think probably about the whole tree. I feel like it just ties everything vintage and eclectic and colorful together. When these presents are all sorted out, I will let you see the whole thing because it's just fabulous. Now that the presents are gone because it's after Christmas, I can show you the details of this tree skirt a little more. The 3 French hens, I just love it. So this is the 12 days of Christmas on a tree skirt. And as I showed you before, the detailing is just incredible. I think the 8 maids of milking is probably my favorite. Too sweet, love that. And as we keep going over here, 9 ladies dancing, 10 lords a leaping, you get the drift, but I'm certain this was handmade and so well done. Finishing with 12 drummers drumming. And that is my beloved tree skirt. Worth every penny. Now this sweet, simple angel felt topper is supposed to be up here, but it's Christmas Eve and we haven't gotten it up there yet. But this is just from Target. So it's not vintage, but I just think it's the sweetest thing. So I do have some things like this that are from Target that I have bought at reasonable prices. But eventually, she'll get up there. Hopefully by Christmas morning. Let me also give this friendly reminder that I live in a real household with 3 real children, a dog, and have had a ton of company over. So there will be some shots that are a little messy and or dirty, and that's just real life. But we keep it real here on Tiny Finds Treasures. My big white Santa that my mother has had as long as I can remember. I love it, love it, love it. She got rid of a lot of her Christmas stuff when we all moved out, so I inherited that, as well as this that she made, Mary, Jesus, and Joseph, a while ago, and I think it was actually out of a mold because it has a mold stamped on it, but I think it's really special. So I keep that out as well. And then these beautiful deer, I got from an antique store, and they're really lovely, except I'm missing the little one. It's probably in a box downstairs somewhere. Not all of my stuff is out, so I adore those at Christmas time, especially with the gold detailing around the neck. I think that's so beautiful. I don't know if you're ready for the next thing. It is big and bold, colorful, little glitz, little glam, out of this world, and of course special. This corner Mary, Jesus, and Joseph poster. I don't even know what to call it. I got it at an antique store, Warehouse 55 in Aurora, Illinois, a couple years ago. And we have tall ceilings, so this thing is big, bigger than it's probably even looking on camera. But I put it right there this year across from our dining room table because it's just a stunning corner piece, a statement piece in our house at the holiday time, if you will. But you've got to see the detailing. There's some glitter, but this is definitely all hand done. And it shines when the light hits it, which I think is marvelous. And then this was for sure hand painted. How beautiful. How stunning is that? Joseph, Mary, and then of course, sweet baby Jesus. And that this little lamb is in there, I think is fabulous. But everything together, it took my breath away when I saw it. This dealer got it at an auction and she gave me a good deal on it. I believe I paid $70, which I am happy to pay that over and over again. Like, who has this? I love how it just anchors the corner of this room and our dining room table. Kind of pulls all my colors together, which is an eclectic palette, a lot of greens, reds, and blues. Those are my favorite. But I think this might be its home every year here in this corner. I wish you could see it sparkle in person because it's not really showing up very well on camera, but it's just a little glitz and gleam as you walk around it. It's so beautiful, but not too much, not too much. Now, things around this dining room table have either been given to us by our friend's grandmother who passed away, and his family went through the house and they were done and said, take whatever you want. And her taste happened to be vintage and country like mine, or thrift store, or estate sale. So if we start out with this carpet, gosh, I love this carpet. This was a pricier item, but it's beautiful. This carpet I absolutely adore. It's screaming me with its color palette. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it was at least $350, and I think probably more. It's really nice quality. This was not cheap. It is a little dirty, haha, but I would do it again. It's a beautiful, beautiful carpet, and I think in here with my color palette, it's perfect. Look, some paint chip on my door. See, things are not perfect. These chairs are actually part of a cardboard table, but I love the red. I love the little designs on it, the whole punch out. This was given to us by our friend whose grandmother passed away. And the family didn't want anything that was left in the house, and she had amazing stuff. So during the holiday time, I actually like these chairs put at our table rather than the boring wood chairs that I bought at some big box store. And I actually think I'll just keep them here year round because they're so much better in those, so much more character. But at the holidays especially, they're fabulous. Now, apart from Jesus, Mary, and Joseph over there, this tablecloth, which I think is a tablecloth, is one of my most unique things. Again, found at an estate sale. I mean, look at this. It is handmade, just fabulous. It glimmers in the light. If you turn it over on the back side of some of these poinsettia flowers, you can see numbers. They're a little faded, but you can see that somebody took the time to make this, and they did such a marvelous job. I mean, it's stunning. I don't think when I took this up to the checkout, they knew what they had, because it was one of those estate sales where you just clump everything you have together and they give you a price. And I had some big art pieces. So I don't think they knew what this was, but I love it on this table. When I threw it over this table a few weeks ago was the first time I had it laid out in its full length and that it fit. I was over the moon. Here you can get a nice glimpse of its detailing on the bench here through the back. But how fun is that? And handmade? You can't find this in a store. Love, love, love. So that's probably my second most unique piece that I found out estate sailing. Now these guys I just got out today, and to be honest, I think they're missing a lot of parts. A couple of them are missing a hand, but I did get these at a estate sale and they were super cheap. I just love the colors. I love Nutcrackers, and I think they look nice on the table, especially from afar. I did try to put some fun candles in here today, but the candle holder is not very deep, so that didn't really work. So they're just here looking kind of handsome without hands on two of them. But I like them. I think they were like $3, so why not? And my placemats here, these are cloth, and I am pretty certain these are handmade too. You can see the design is almost a quilted wave through here. Oh, look, that is my twins eating carrots from earlier. It's everywhere. Sorry about that. But I think they're very special, super sweet. I don't know how to make something like that. And it's got the pleated edge around it. These were 99 cents at Goodwill. Oh, no way. Made in Hong Kong? What? Okay, well, I don't know about that. But they certainly seem homemade to me. Maybe they were made in Hong Kong. I don't know. Either way, they were 99 cents at Goodwill last year. And I snagged them because there's 8 of them. And that doesn't even cover everybody in the family, but kind of that country cottagecore type of feel. And I like that style. Call me crazy. I'm into it. This middle Santa over here was given to me by my aunt. And these 2 gold Christmas trees actually were purchased from Chalet, which is a garden center near us during a holiday sale. They were not cheap. I think those were 40 each at least, but they are really beautiful. They shine a whole lot more too. I don't know why the glitter and pretty shine is not showing up on camera. There's much more sparkle, but not hideous sparkle. You know what I'm saying? However, these 3 bases down here, I did pick up at an antique shop, and I think it was $15 for the pair. Of course, I like the blue that they bring, and it's nice with this table and the blue background on my wall. Now this little gal, or big gal, however you think she looks, is a Russian nesting doll. This is actually the first one I ever purchased, and I got her from an estate sale earlier this year. Isn't she fabulous? I think I only paid $8 for her. Love the way she ties in with the green here. And this is not really antique, even though it looks like it, but I love the design. This is also from Chalet and was not cheap. This guy here was an estate sale find, and I just think it's a lovely little, almost Pied Piper type of needlepoint. So I keep him out here on this buffet as well. And this is from Goodwill. If you would like this, I am not married to it. I can put it up for sale on my Etsy store. I do think it's nice at the holiday time because I'm pretty sure that's Jesus, not Jesus. I don't think Jesus has come yet. I'm pretty sure that's Joseph and Mary. Yes, On the Road to Bethlehem, 1970 Christmas plate, Norway. Shoot me a message if you would like that, and I can get it up for my Etsy store for you. This beautiful menorah here is a stunning menorah that is a Christmas gift. Not a Christmas gift, a wedding gift from our wedding, and it is absolutely beautiful. This light here on the end I did get from an antique store, and I think it is fabulous. I don't know how much I paid for it. I want to say about $50. It doesn't even have a shade, but I don't mind. I almost actually like it without a shade because of the way the light is when it's on. Almost like an Italian feel. And then I'm a flower girl and I just love the gold detailing on the base of it. Too good. Love this little light here. And I'll turn you back on. Not to mention, I love the little pull, whatever this is called. What's this called? Pull chain? Light chain? Pull? Either way, I like it. This basket here is probably one of my better buys. I bought this at a pretty expensive antique mall in our area called Heritage Trail Mercantile. Really beautiful curated stuff. So I understand why it's priced higher as well. And it's in the heart of the North Shore. There's a lot of affluent families, but I'm pretty sure this is all hand painted. And of course I love the colors. Again, my color palette. But I just think that it's lovely. And I don't keep it open. I just keep it right here in the spot again, because it complements all the color palettes in this room. And then the way that this buffet, which is from an antique store, holds some decoration under my favorite picture of my son when he was 6 months old. I just love it so much. Let's take a look at this buffet. First of all, I'm pretty sure it was these legs that sold me. Isn't that detail insane? And it's in such good shape. It's on casters, so it can roll, which is a huge plus. But look at that craftsmanship. And then when you come up, this detailing around the edge, ho, 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 ho. Beautiful. It does have a drawer as well. I'm pretty sure on both sides. So if I wanted to put, oh, everything's okay. Everything's okay. If I wanted to put something in there, I could. So it is functional. Obviously I don't store anything in there right now, but this, I think I paid $6.95. I paid up, no doubt, but I think it was worth it because I'm supporting that antique store, which is from Andy's Antiques and Oddities in, oh, what neighborhood is that? Rogers Park, right near Loyola University and very close to the Broadway Antique Market. So if you're in the area, definitely check it out. He's a super nice guy, great stuff. And that's where that beauty came from. Happy to pay up on a nice piece like that and support an antique dealer in his business. This beauty of a blanket I have had for several years now, and I love it just as much now as I did when I got it. This I found at an antique store in Bartow, Florida. The woman we bought it from claims it's made as far back as Civil War and on a loom. I don't know if this is right. This is the other side, so technically you could put it on either side, but it really is stunning. My mom had to repair some parts of it, but she bought this for me, and I think we paid right around $200. It was not cheap. So thanks, Mom, because it was a beautiful and still is a great gift. And I love, love, love it on this chair here with the blue background in the back. Just pulls everything together really nicely. This is where I feel like I have to highlight our fireplace in our home. This is right off the front door, and that was in our home when we moved in. Charles Page, I believe, is the architect who built the homes around me, including this one, and I just adore this fireplace. Very mid-century modern, but it's beautiful, no matter which way you slice it. I appreciate it because it can work in a bunch of different styles. It doesn't just have to be mid-century modern, which is very much so what this house was like when we moved in. I'm obviously more eclectic and colorful than that, but it can work with either one. And this piece, oh, love this. It goes in front of a fireplace, obviously, and it is vintage. This is an estate sale find. So beautiful. Make sure when you're going to estate sales, you go into all of the areas. This was in like a coach house on the property, which everything in it was for sale, but nobody had found this, and it was the last day, I believe. I mean, how beautiful is that? It is cast iron, but that design is impeccable. We have children, so obviously another layer of protection I appreciate. And this fireplace will be turned on momentarily, but if I turned it on right now, Mama would be smoking hot. So I'm gonna wait, but don't worry, the cozy fireplace will be on for our Christmas this evening. Now we get to these nutcrackers. Now I have a, what would the word be? Volatile, bit of a volatile relationship with these because I spent way too much money on these. Somebody was selling their whole collection and I bought the whole collection. The guy who was working that estate sale was a good salesman. I should have been pickier and just bought the ones I wanted because frankly, I want to sell some of them that I'm not using, but some I really do like. Now, these are not the ones that are made in Germany. However, I think this big guy is really fun. It's my worst estate sale buy is this collection of nutcrackers because I think I spent $300. And let me preface, it was not just for these 5. I'm talking about 2 huge boxes full of nutcrackers. So I'll be able to sell some of them. But I do love nutcrackers, but I should have been more selective. We all learn and grow, right? No judgment. We all learn and grow. For that big guy, I really like him. And most of these up here I like. I'm not sure about the rat. I think my son thought it was cool last year, but we'll probably get rid of him. So that's the story on the nutcrackers. Let's move on. These copper candlesticks I got at an antique mall, as well as these beautiful blue and white and gold ones. These are not to resell. I keep these out year round in this front family room here, and I love them. Don't even mind the mixed metals. I love it. Then this entryway table, the lighting is not good, so I apologize for that, but we've got some Mackenzie Child snow globes, which are from my mother-in-law. She bought us some nice snow globes a few years ago now. Family menorah, and then this is a Goodwill find. I actually think I might have the price tag still on it. Nope, but this was like $3 or $4, and he does play music. He doesn't rotate, but he plays music, and I just think it's a beautiful little piece. So I went ahead and picked it up. Definitely vintage. And then this, I also got from the same estate sale that I got those nutcrackers on the kitchen table. This one is actually a little more animated. Let me show you. His arms come up and down as the little drummer boys go around. I just thought it was really sweet for $12. More nutcrackers. That's from the big Nutcracker buy purchase that I probably should have passed on and been more selective, but I kind of like these guys up here, so I'm not mad about them. And the unicorn bookends. Gosh, I love these. Love, love, love. Found these at an estate sale early fall. Shined them up with vinegar and water. Move that nutcracker so you can see them. Aren't they delightful? They are big, they are sturdy, they are brass. I was going to sell these. Now I'm not so sure because they're just rather perfect right up here on the end. And then of course I have a bunch of vintage books that they are holding in between. So, one of my favorite finds at an estate sale. Oh, cuckoo clock. I paid $35, I believe, for those. Well worth it, in my opinion, well worth it. This Be Merry sign I have had for probably 10 years. I had it when my now husband and I were dating, but I just love it hanging up. It is a very merry time of year. Be merry. This bowl is actually going to eventually be for sale in my Etsy shop, Tiny Finds Treasures. It is absolutely stunning. I just have not listed it. I have scored a whole bunch of these from an estate sale. I mean, I have practically 2 suitcases, but they are stunning. If you would like this, please let me know. I can get it listed for you because it is a show-stopping piece. But for now, I think she's sitting pretty right there. Since you heard this, I might as well talk about it. It's not Christmas, but it is in its forever home in my house right now. This is a First Love Black Forest cuckoo clock that we put up a couple months ago. I got it in late spring and we finally got it up. It is beautiful. It cuckoos, it works. It's just a little fast, but those two little people on the bench kiss every time the cuckoo bird comes out. So it's really darling, beautiful. It was $600. I got it the second day for half off at $300, and I think it is worth every penny. So you can see the rest of it. These come all the way down to the floor, the weight's on it, but it's really a beautiful piece and authentic. Then in a different room, we have some Nutcrackers from that same estate sale. I actually really like these four up here. It looks great on this mantle. To give you a better picture, this is how we're looking. Now, when I get much lower than this, you're going to see a plethora of my son's toys. So just know it's an absolute mess. I do have our stockings, which I absolutely adore, amongst all the toys in front of the fireplace. These are from Chunky Chili. I can actually show you the tag because these over here are new for my twin baby girls that were born this year. CHUNKI Chili, handcrafted. So all of these stockings are from that Etsy store, besides this one on the end here, which is for my dog, and that's from Target. The others are personalized and from that shop on Etsy. I just love the vintage look they have to them, and it looks great here on this fireplace with these stocking holders, which I'm not gonna lie, are mostly Target. However, these gems on the end here, which are probably my favorite out of the whole mantle, are thrifted from Goodwill for $4. This beauty right here, a little gingerbread house stocking holder, and this gem over here, $4, Goodwill. I think I found them last summer. And they're nice and sturdy, pretty heavy, like cast iron here. So that was an excellent find. With those in there, I think it brings in that vintage quality that I look for in my decorations. However, I was in a pinch, so I did find those light up snowflakes at Target, and these gold reindeer are also from Target from a few years ago. So I guess I need to have one more child because I realized I have one that's empty right over here. But I do like all of them together, very much so. So an eclectic group here. Also, I'm realizing now someone messed with my mantle. This is not right. It should be snowflake gingerbread house. This is not right. That's better. Much more proportional. I think when my little boy put the stockings back up from yesterday morning, which was Christmas, he might have done a little change-a-roo there. And that's just fine. Like I said, it's not perfect here. It's not perfect, but I love it. FYI, next year for these, to tie them in to the other two a little bit, I think I want to gold leaf the bottom here, because again, this one is from Target and the bottom looks a little cheap, but I like the gold reindeer here. So I'm thinking if I gold leaf the bottom of this, it'll tie into the reindeer more and feel a little more vintagey, like this vintage gingerbread house I got from Goodwill. So that's on my project list when I have time to do it. Hopefully I do it. The last piece I'm gonna show you, I remember buying and I found it again this morning just in time for Christmas, is this gem, this bear with the Christmas tree. Don't worry, there are lights that go in all these little holes. I have not done it yet. They're sitting right there. It does work. I tested it out when I bought it. I did buy it for $9.99 at Goodwill. And this is going to live in my son's room for Christmas Eve tonight. So vintage, so fun. I actually have one of these from my grandmother a real one that's bigger, but that's staying in the box this year because I just didn't get it out in time. But that is one of my most treasured Christmas items. So that is the last thing I wanted to show you. And once I get all the lights in it, which is my job now, I'll give you an updated look at him. Okay, the lights are all in. Let's go plug this guy in and see if he works. This is the light that came with it, that's underneath it. So all you do is put this guy over that, and let's plug him in. Show me the light. Oh. I do think it works. Let me turn the lights off. Okay, he is sweet. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy I bought this for $10 at Goodwill. Yes. Love, love, love. For my son's bedroom, that's gonna be perfect. And that'll be it for this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment below and let me know your favorite vintage item I have in my home for the holidays. And also let me know what you're searching for. Because like I said, now is the time. Go search, find those things that you've always wanted or that thing that just sticks out to you when you're shopping and takes your breath away. Like my beloved tree skirt. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you here to join the hunt, and also like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you for your support. We'll see you in the next one. Happy hunting. Bye.